guys. What an eventful week and a half. This week it has been, my goodness. Well, we had quite a few things happen. We actually had a few earthquakes here in Fernley. We do have earthquakes here, so which is pretty intense. You know, that there's one that we felt that was almost 6.0 here, not far from here, and they felt all the way in California. So it's a doozy, you know, and you don't know when those will come. So, you know, so I was gonna give you a short to do, you know, of when of what to do, you know, what to pack, you know, certain things, you know, basic things, you know, and what you need to do, you know, should you experience an earthquake. Yeah, because I've grown up in Southern California. That was pretty much one of the common things that happened there, you know, and I've lived through a few big ones. There's one that I lived through was in 1987, was the Silmar earthquake, and those of you know that Northridge, California, Northridge 1992, that's the last one I felt that was like really, really huge. And of course, you know, people that live in Northern California experienced the one in 1989 during Game 3 of the World Series. So between the Giants and the A's. So yeah, so it's pretty much a thing, you know, to prepare for. It's happening. If you have quite a few aftershocks, like several hundred aftershock here. So what you need to do, you know, should this happen, you gotta be prepared, of course. And you gotta have water, you gotta have the basic necessity, toilet paper, towels, first aid kit, snacks, batteries, generator, what else? Blankets, what else? And you gotta have cash on hand. Yeah, actual cash, you know, being the age that we're living in, you gotta have some actual cash, because you don't know if the banks aren't working. Maybe your phone, maybe if you use digital, you don't know when it's they're gonna have digital places that take digital tap pay. You always gotta have that on hand, because you never know what's gonna happen, you know, because you might not get any cell service, and phone may not work for a time, you know, and you don't know where you are, depending on where you are, and it's not gonna work. So, you know, have something in your car, like in case anything happens in your car. You have like extra snacks, food, you know, like stuff that's for at least 72 hours. So, and to have this emergency contact, at least have emergency contacts, you know, stuff like be prepared, have a plan on what you need to do, and what you're going to do should this arise, you know, because every family's different, so you gotta be ready for it, you know, especially if it happens at home or if you're out on the road somewhere, whatever the case may be. So of course, if you want any more information, of course, you get websites like the American Red Cross. They have more information on what you need to do should earthquakes happen, and it's really basic. It's really not basic, but because nothing about an earthquake is basic. It's, yeah, it's scary, it's intense, and you don't know what's gonna happen. And also, make sure, I forgot a couple things to happen. Check if you're at home. Check the foundation. You know, see if there are any cracks. The water. Check your water. Check your gas. anything is busted, just make sure everything is good to go. If there's nothing that has happened, you're safe. So make sure if you do find if there's anything happening with your water or your gas, call your energy. Here at NV Energy, call the power company. They'll walk you through it and what you need, so they're more knowledgeable on that. So, it's always scary, to go through stuff like this. It's one of the things that, just like, you don't know when it's going to happen. It's kind of like when Jesus returns to earth, you don't know when he's coming back. And Mark 13:33 specifically says that, you don't know when. Be on guard. Always be on guard. You don't know when it's going to happen, when he's coming back. So, all right, guys. If this episode encourages you or it motivates you to do something, or if you have any questions or comments or feedback, let me know on the comment let me know in the comment section here in this video for just a thought. And please like and subscribe so you know exactly when next episode is going to drop. So, all right. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for your support, and have a great day. Be safe.